very good afternoon to everybody present here. I can see around 14 of us are here today. First of all, I would like to thank IoT Academy for once again restoring faith in me, thinking that today we can have a fruitful discussion on the topic. So I am very hopeful that we will be making some good points and coming to some good conclusions by the end of a session. So let me begin with my slide. My today's topic that I will be talking about just give me a second, please. Okay. So my slides are visible?
Yes, ma'am. All fine.
Thank you so much. So what I'll be talking about today is team building strategies for teachers. Being a director of a management institute, this topic is very close to my heart as because this is what we are doing every day. And I think everybody must be doing the same thing somewhere or the other. We just today are going to rebring, or what we say, we are going to re-talk about the same things, maybe in a different manner. So welcome all. If the organizers do not mind, can I have just 2 minutes with my audience to have a good connect, maybe with your name and institute from where you are as an introduction?
Sure, ma'am.
Anybody would like to share with me their names, department, or the organization they belong to?
Hello,
Hi.
this is Dr. Sarfaraj Landge from Annasaheb Dange Ayurved Medical College, Ashta, Maharashtra.
Awesome. It would be good connecting with you today.
Yeah,
So,
we are NAC accredited institute, and team building and teamwork in the framework of teaching, learning, and evaluation is very important aspect in our institute.
I totally agree with you on this point. And someone else is somebody present? Some more, one or two more introductions can we have, please?
Good afternoon, ma'am. I am Bala Saraswati, Assistant Professor of Home Science, VV1 Perumal College for Women, Virudhunagar.
Wonderful, ma'am. Welcome to my session today. Someone else? Okay. So it seems we just have few speakers right now, and I'm pretty sure by the time I'll be ending, if I go back, have some time and go back to talk to you, we'll be having more conversation towards the end. So once again, a big welcome to everybody. See, as I started with team building strategies, this is something very common. The moment I am going to say, maybe some of you present over here might be saying, what is so new about it that we are going to talk or we are going to discuss? So let me begin it in a formal manner, and we can understand the way we are dealing it every day, or how we should deal it in our everyday life. So when I say that team, or you understand as team, a team is just simply a collection of interdependent people who join together with a shared goal. And as we all belong to some or the other professional organization, maybe an institute where we all are working as teachers, faculties, and we all are sharing one common goal. Departments might be different. Somebody might be from the medical department, somebody might be from the commerce, somebody might be from the science department, and so on and so forth. But we are sharing the same common goal. So what I understand is that we are moving in the same direction. So when we talk about a team, the moment we say team and we have interdependent people, we understand that we all are like individuals. And when we are individuals, we come together to form a team. And when we come together to form a team, that is where our accountability lies, either towards the success or towards the failure of the team. Because when we come together, We are not for some fun or frolic. There's always a purpose behind it. There's always a goal. There are certain objectives to be achieved. And when we say purpose, goal, objective, certainly working together, we might be encountering certain problems also, for which we might be requiring certain solutions, or we might be in the process of creating something new and may not be new. We might be fulfilling our assigned duties and other assignments. So when we say team, we cannot say team is of this type, that type. Team can be of multiple type: cross departmental, self managed, process team, group, anything could be a team. But apart from this formal definition, when I talk to my team, I usually, being the director of the institute, focus on two things. One is me and one is we. Me and we is very clear in English. What does it mean? But when I say that we work in an organization, me also plays a very important role, and we certainly plays. And me and we both can be understood as, in a way, fruitful or maybe not fruitful to the organization. Let's understand this. When I say me, I am talking about an individual, a individual who is working in an organization. And certainly, when an individual is working in a professional environment, in an organization, there are certain goals. These goals, when are our goals, we set our goals also, individual goals also. And when we set our individual goals, we have to see that these individual goals should be aligning with the organizational goals. That is, what we are working towards achieving our goals or fulfilling our duties, they all should be directed towards achievement of the organizational goals. Then this me is very fruitful. But when this me is otherwise a me, in the sense when I am just self-centered, self-concentrated on looking into my own developments or progress, or maybe making my own KRAs, then might be our individual goals may not be aligning with the organizational goals. And when we are in this process, then every me will not add up to make a V. The moment I just reverse this M and write it, it becomes a V. And when we all are towards my first way, the way I said, of achieving the organizational goal, that is aligning my individual goal to the organizational goals, we all become one as a part of one group. That is, every me plus me plus me plus me plus will lead to a V, and that will certainly lead towards the achievement of the organizational goal. So now when we are talking about, we have to understand that in which criteria am I going to put myself in the me. And I will prefer that everybody over here, please start thinking towards the achievement of the organizational goal and working as me towards a team of we. So the moment I say me, we, what are we talking about? We are talking about building a team. That is what what is exactly team building? That is what we just now said. That when we add all me's, we make a we. Uh, I believe everybody must have played Jenga, or we might be seeing our kids playing at home with Jenga. What is Jenga actually? Every time we have a strategy in mind, we think about, we pull a block out of it, and then we go and put it on the top with something in mind, and the other partner now plans to build something with the block kept over there. What are we doing? We have to, the one who is pulling the block is also very careful that the blocks which have already made a part of the building do not collapse, and the one which is kept up, including the next coming, is not going to make the building collapse, but is going to add something towards making it more stronger or more better. I think that's a perfect example of a team building. This is how we also need to work in an environment, in an organization, building blocks. So formally, when I say what is team building, basically, team building is a management technique which is certainly used for improving the efficiency and performance of the work groups. Work groups are who? The people working in the organization or various departments or handling departmental activities, right? So we cannot say my work can be done by you or your work can be done by me. Everybody has certain assigned tasks, objectives, goals, work to do. It is that we all have to work together, bring in our skills, bring in our observations, analysis to form a strong and a capable team. The whole soul motive here is just one, that is achieving the vision and mission of the organization and certainly fulfilling the objectives. So, if my participants over here would like, any one of you would like to answer, I'll be very happy and pleased to carry forward the discussion and to understand, is there any difference between a group and a team? Anybody would like to share their opinion?
Yes,
Please.
Dr. Sarfraz here.
Yeah, please.
Team is a certain thing where all the members in the team put on their efforts together.
Right.
Whereas group is a group or a cluster of a group that only works with a one target.
Okay. Okay. So should I take it like when there is a group, there is always some work to be done, or there is some target or some objective?
Depends on how the group members enact in that process.
Correct. Correct. Depends. Uh, what I understand, adding to what your understanding you have shared with me, a team can be drawn from a group, but might
Right.
be a group of people may not be working towards one one objective, one mission, or one vision. Like
Right.
suppose
Right.
suppose we are in a meeting of say maybe we go to some organization which is conducting some sort of workshop or something, and we have certain group of people over there. The group of people might not be contributing towards the same objective, but
Right.
when they drive few people from that group who have the same mission, vision and objective, and they come together with a common objective, then certainly they form a team with
Team.
a
Right. Right.
commonality, homogeneity among them. Thank you, Dr. Sarfraz, for your input. Now, see, with this we understand that there is always a difference between a group and a team. We always have to be a member of a team, not not as a member of a group. Then only we will be able to give our 100% contribution. Because as I said, I understand that our team arises from a group. So let us see that what is that discriminates a team from a group. So very simple, as we teach in class, we teach our students. I am also sharing a slide with you guys. See, characteristics of a team, when we say, as I said, the very first thing is that our goals are common. Our goal is to achieve the organizational goal or certain objectives, which might be short term, long term, or maybe certain visions with the organization is seen. There has to be a team spirit. That is, we all are working in the same direction with our same morale. Trust is very important. When we work as members of the group for a team, we need to have 100% trust on each other. Leadership, that is also very important, which I am going to touch base in my PowerPoint a little later. Every group or every team rather has to be led by somebody to have, a control process, to have what we say, like somebody to give proper appropriate direction. So leadership is very important, but when we will be talking, we'll be understanding that it is not only one single leader. The entire team works with certain leadership quality. Mutual accountability. There is nobody in a team which says that the success came because of me or the failure came because of you. Whatever it is, we all take mutual accountability towards the success or the failure of the achievement of the goals. Interdependency, very important. When we say that there is a team, and when we say that we are as a member of the team, we have to understand that we all are interdependent to each other for some or the other activities, and our activities are interrelated and aligned with our goals also. Defined roles, certainly. As we just said, that a team might consist of many me. But every me has certain roles, responsibilities, and rules for them to do their work. Streamlined direction. But when everybody has certain roles, we all know that we are performing towards the achievement of one single goal. Collaboration, important point. Collaboration is like 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 beads in a when I say beads in the neckline, it is just like that. We all collaborate together, we all work together, we all have a common understanding and mutual trust among each other towards the achievement of the common goal. This is what actually differentiates a good team from a group, basically. So one thing we need to understand, that we all have to be a part of one team, a common team, right? So we just talked about this, and when we say this, then certainly I think this proves itself to be very true, right? So when we are talking about team building, here is something which is very often we might be saying among our students or at home, and we have been hearing also, that united we stand, divided we fall. See, I tell you with my personal experience, it has happened many times. It may happen every time in future also. And this might be a story of someone or the other in this group also. That when we talk about team, or when we have a group of people who are gossiping or who are talking or informally something to be done, or there is a success or there is a failure we are discussing, we might be every time saying that this happened or this did not happen, because people above us, like seniors or the management or the director or the coordinators or the deans or HODs, they did not give instructions properly, or they were not cooperative, or we were not working together. We have to understand that whenever there is a common objective, there is no me, there is always a we all have to take the accountability to it, because it's a very well said saying, united we stand, divided we fall. And when I define team, I very simply understand it and quote it to my people also: together empowering each other to achieve more. आपके अंदर अगर जिज्ञासा नहीं होगी, if we will not have the passion and the drive every time to set new targets, to achieve more, then we will be stagnant, you know lethargic, because we will be just like robots doing our work. Rather, what should be there is that we all should work together in a team with the whole sole purpose of achieving the common goal, as well as every time having that passion and drive to add more, achieve more. That is what I understand as team, not like this, that team means T means top, E means executive, A means alone, and M means matters. No, for me team doesn't mean top executives alone matter. For me team means that we all work together and empower each other to achieve more and more. So so now, like, everybody must be thinking, ma'am, you are just being so theoretical. Let me understand what we should do to enhance our behaviors, or Rather, what should be a checkpoints to check that what we are doing and what we are lacking behind or we can improve upon. So here are my some of the tips towards helpful team behavior. See, as members of the team, as individuals, and all individuals having different ways of thinking, doing, behaving, everybody has different minds, vulnerable minds. So, very important to work in a team is keeping the peace, being a friend of everyone. There should not be like anything that I am in this position, so why should I be a friend to that person? I am a male, so I should be a friend to a female, or anything like this should not come. When we are in a team, we are like a family, we are like a similar group of people. So enthusiasm, very important. If you show your enthusiasm, you show your zeal and interest towards some work, might be you are motivating some others to behave in the same manner. Giving opinions, very important. As I just now said, gave you a good meaning of team and a wrong meaning of team. Please, we should not think that it is only the work of the leaders or the seniors or the people sitting in the top who should give their opinions, or my opinions will not be heard. We should be fair enough, thoughtful enough, think in the right direction towards the progressive requirements of the organization, and do not hold ourselves from giving opinions. Every opinion matters. Generating ideas. When we will be participative, we will be full of enthusiasm, we will be thinking in the same manner, we will be generating certainly new ideas of doing the same thing or the old thing, or maybe bringing in new ideas for new ways, right? Initiating, be an initiator. At times we later on go and say, I knew this, I could have done this, it was there in back of my mind, I am very comfortable in doing that. But when the time comes to take the responsibilities or to initiate also, we pull ourselves back. If you're confident enough and you know it, you're so skilled up, please learn to take initiatives, very important. Problem solving logically. One should develop an open mind towards how to solve the problem. There, there is, there is. I always say there is no problem in this world which does not have a solution. Every problem has a solution. It is just that we all have to logically think. We all have to, we all have to together think. Not that you do not do this, you did not did that. No blame games. Whatever the problem has come, let us together as a team take up the problems and find out the solutions. Be a problem solver. Relieving tension with humors. This is basic nature of people. Some people are very introvert, some people are extrovert, some people are very serious at workplaces, some people do not like humor in their workplaces. But I personally say and tell people also, when we work together as human beings at a common place for 8 hours or 7 hours or maybe more, and when we work for whom, we work towards the development of providing knowledge or giving away our learnings to the students. Again, we are working with a group of students who are again with us throughout the day, 7 hours, 8 hours. So we are not robots, we are human beings. And the best way to love your work, to do your work, is to do it from the heart, not always from the mind. Mind will help you to do the things in the best of the manner, but heart will always assist you to do it lightly. Bring in some humor at your workplace. Relieve tension not only for yourself, might be somebody is feeling gloomy, doomy due to anything, might be family problem, maybe work, maybe a little tension. Be good friends to each other, right? What you give will always come back to you. Seeking approvals. another important aspect. When we, as I said, when we work in a group for 8 hours a day, we keep meeting the same people every day, we become little formal to informal also with our seniors and people. The best way to work in a good environment, to keep that respect, is that we should learn to seek approvals from a senior and should have no contention about it. It's okay to talk. Similarly, encouraging others, that is also very important. When we work in a team, in a group of people who are working for the same objectives, it is not only my performance, it is not only my achievement, it is not only me, it is not only always saying, I can do this, I have done this, I'll be able to do this. Please learn to encourage others also, motivate others also. So, a small tip for a helpful team behavior. So, what happens when some of this might be missing, or when we can look upon certain symptoms of poor teamwork? See, what happens, you might be saying, this is all what is there in our team. Yet, our team is not giving good performance. Leaders are worried about it because one, as a leader, as a person, or you as a member of the group, have to read upon symptoms of what is lacking. Let us see, let me talk about some of the symptoms. Like, one is guarded communication. That is, people people draw boundaries, brick walls. I am not going to talk on this. I am going to attend a meeting, but I'll keep my mouth shut. I am not going to give my opinions. As I said, every opinion matter. It might be that your idea might not be taken, but that is very true. That when you have given an idea, when you have done your communication, when you have done your part, it is theirs in the minds of the people. Please get out of this cycle. Guarded communication, lack of disagreements. When I say always lack of disagreements, people have usually asked me a question. Anybody would like to ask me a question related to lack of disagreements? Okay, so it seems I have to talk. So when I say, see, disagreement is a disagreement. So what is lack of disagreements? At times people have told me, ma'am, your English is going wrong, or the sentence is not correct. This is inappropriate. And I always say, no, the sentence is correct. It is not inappropriate. Lack of disagreements means that when we are working as a team member, it is not necessary that everybody agrees to the same thing. It is always healthy to discuss in a team, and there might be disagreements also to certain agreement. Then you should, as a member of the team, feel that these disagreements are right or these disagreements are wrong. Then you should learn to speak for them. You should talk about them with the other members of the team. You should not go neutral. You should not sit quietly and say, yes, sahi nahi hai, this is not correct, but I am not going to speak. Let them do whatever they want to do. It is okay. I am getting my pays. Why should I speak? Or might be you have that fear of failure, or fear of fear of being pointed out of the herd, saying, if I'm going to say this, this might not be seen in a good manner. Please, we all have the right to speak up for the good reasons. If you disagree with something, please learn to speak for it. Unwilling to share information, as I just said. What happened at times, I have seen people that they are very good in something, or that they are very intellectual, or they are very good in performance and technical skills, but when there is a meeting, they will not speak, they will not share, they will not say, because they think, oh my god, might be extra burden might be coming to me. Oh, if I'm going to say this will be seen like this. Or if I'm going to share my some colleagues may like and some colleagues may not like. Please be fair to yourself. Please be fair to the organization you are serving, to the community you are working for, and learn to share informations with the team. Ineffective team meetings, very important. The team leader should always define the agenda of the team, create a MOM after the team, and see that the direction of the meeting goes as per the agendas defined. Then only an effective team meeting can be done. Similarly, unrealistic goals. So, whether we are working as leaders or we are working as members of the team, we have to understand that realistic goals are very important. Unhealthy competition, I think, as mature enough, we understand what is unhealthy competition. Working in a team, we all should try to avoid unhealthy competition among our peer members, our colleagues, maybe among the different members of the fraternity also. Little faith in others, that is also very important. Faith is a very, for me, it is a very debatable topic, because I think I should not keep blind faith, but I should keep faith in everybody, that everybody is capable of something or the other. Maybe the intensity or the magnitude may vary. So if we keep in mind and work upon these symptoms, I think teamwork or team building can be more stronger. Similarly, everybody has certain good or bad team experiences. So when I say good or bad team experiences, maybe these experiences are me or you being as leaders, or when there is a group, there's certainly somebody who's directing the group in some form or the other as designated persons. Like I am directing as a leader, as a director, you might be directing as a coordinator, you might be directing your students as coordinators or HODs, or maybe in any manner. But we have to understand that each one of us may not be assigned such designations, but we are leader in ourselves. We all have these leadership skills, and when we work in a team, when we work in a team, we we all have to we all have to understand that we all have to contribute as leaders. So let me see that you what I can tell you to see. Let me ask you to ask these questions to yourself and see how many of the answers you have, because this will help you to understand how much of leadership skills do you have, or how much are you believing or portraying or using, or in your everyday workplace or everyday life. So please read these questions. These are not to be the answers given by me. These are the questions where the answers should come individually by you, may not be discussed, but may be answered by each one of you. So I think by the time I was speaking, all of you might have gone through these questions. But certainly, please keep an answer to these questions. And from me to you, certain do's for becoming a effective team leader. Today, you might not be directing a team as a designated person, but developing these skills, because tomorrow or someday you will be directing a team and you will be holding more positions with more responsibilities, accountabilities, with more delegated powers. And when these will come, these do's are certainly going to be very, very effective. And if you start employing them from today in your behavior, in your perspectives, to in the workplace, you yourself are a wonderful leader. So, from some of the do's from me to you, share information, support, build on ideas, that is, talk on certain proposals, give your support. Acknowledge members' ideas by summarizing. Talk to people in your breaks or about your work, their work, and acknowledge ideas. Respect and acknowledge emotions. Please be patient where there is something emotionally disturbing to others, maybe due to work pace or maybe due to any personal reason also. Deal with negative behaviors, very important in today's time, that this it is very difficult to discriminate from positive behaviors to negative behaviors. Like when I talk about stress management, it is very difficult to say that when does a positive stress converts to a negative stress. Similarly, it goes with every one of us. We might be saying that we are very positive in our attitudes, behaviors, and other things, but other person might not be looking it from the same manner. Let us always read ourselves and try to avoid our negative behaviors and try to avoid the negative behaviors of the others also, and learn to deal with them. Like I have given certain examples like side conversations, personal attacks, rambling. These are not good. We should learn to deal with them in a friendly manner. Use team members to deal with awkward individuals. You know, awkward situations can arise any moment, or people create awkward situations at times. We should try to avoid them and work as team members and help those people to come out of those awkward situations as members. Break down conflicts, confirm agreements, clarify areas of disagreement, aim for consensus if totally we do not go for the agreement in the team, as individually a team leader, or maybe working as in the position of a leader itself. So my suggestion, that to be a good leader, one should develop a scorecard. And when I say scorecard, immediately a balanced scorecard, a numeric scorecard comes to a mind. No, I'm not talking about these scorecards. I am talking about S.C.O.R.E. That is, every alphabet of this score stands and help us to understand something or the other. Like S is strategy. We all have a shared purpose. Please create a strategy, clearly articulate values and ground rules, specifically the leaders of the groups, understanding of risk and opportunities which the team might face, clear categorization of the overall responsibilities of the team. Like the last line says, C goes for clear roles and responsibilities. We talk about clear definition of roles and responsibilities, allocation of responsibilities, and certain measuring, you know, uh, models, certain specific objectives through which individual efforts can be observed. Oh, we talk about open communication, like I have been talking a little about it. Respect individual differences as all are not the same. Open communication environment among team members is very important and a prime responsibility of the leaders also. Rapid response. Teams problems come, solutions have to be looked upon. Those solutions have to be drawn by the team members. So effective management should be there to change the internal and external environment, and certainly effective leadership, as we just talked about it, that this has to be done individually and by the team leaders also, to see that everybody is giving their best of their capabilities, best of their skills. So when we work upon, when we see, the goods and bads and the symptoms, and when we look upon the scorecard, certainly if a leader works towards in this direction, one will be able to develop a dynamic team. Dynamic team, when I say, I mean a high performing team, interdependent to each other and confident to achieve any goals whatsoever might come. So let me also talk upon building up steps to build a dynamic team by the leaders. I always say for my students also that there are 4 steps. One is drive. As a team leader, we need to first see the organization goals are huge. Then departmental goals might be huge. Then there comes various designated levels which are given, delegated authorities and powers are given to you. And then you have people working for you. That is your team. So when For me, as an individual team leader, it should come, or for you, it should come. You should draw your own mission statement, your team's mission statement. Define the purpose of that team, chart out the team's goals and priorities, and register the rules of those roads. Those are your rules, your mission's rule, right? That is drive. And when you drive, the next is strive, that you move towards that direction. That is clarify each member's roles and responsibilities, set realistic goals for them, and not only set realistic goals, learn to identify the roadblocks also and tell them this might be the problem coming to you. We will talk about the solutions and you start looking up for them and accordingly draw up your action plans. When we drive, when we strive, then we thrive. That is, we really implement, we go for it. And when we do that, there is a lot what happens. There might be conflicts also, there might be lot of problems also. So we should learn to provide the feedback, commit to conflict resolutions, collaborate each other towards the creativity and doing the work, and decision making should also be together. And certainly when we are going in the right direction, then we arrive to the output, to the conclusion, and that is when we celebrate our success. And when we celebrate our success, we need to develop a control process also, and see, we need to keep track of the progress also, and we have to consistently encourage involvement, revitalize team meetings to see that our success is, how much is the success, because success will be there. Measurement of success is also very important, and that is what I say, we need to develop a control process, that is from where we began and where we arrived. What is that did not went okay, that is what was, where we need to, now when we go back to the same process, where are the changes we need to do, what all the questions we need to address. And those questions could be anything. I have written few, you can see, but that could be anything. That is the revival process. And when we revive, we will find that ourselves as the one of the best dynamic teams that work together with a dynamic leader, and that leader could be you also. So my tip for excellence in teamwork for everybody is, like, understand the significance and give priority to team building. Leaders should not dominate. Team players have to understand the leader's mission. Leadership is not one person's work, it is shared with others also, right? As well as, do not always dominate. Spare some time to help others also, because you never know when you make a good friend over there, lifelong friend, right? So this is what we have been talking about, building a good team. As good team leaders, we need to address two things. What I understand is, one is team conflict. That is, reasons for conflict need to understand. And for me, reasons are three reasons. Communication could be one problem, structure could be one problem, and personal reasons could be one problem. So we need to address them, and we need to understand that the moment the word conflict come, conflicts are not always bad. I think conflicts are healthy also, because at time when we talk, when we argue with the right direction, in the right manner, not hurting anybody emotionally or physically, in a positive manner, conflict brings in new ideas, new perspectives. So, which might also set in positive example. So, we have to learn to identify and address the conflicts and learn how to turn them into positive experiences. Resolution strategy, very simple. We can ourselves develop it. Acknowledge the conflict exists, find out the common grounds, seek to understand all angles, attack the issues, not the people, not the individual, and develop an action plan. This is how a good leader should work for a team and learn how to resolve the conflicts. This is when the conflict arises. Why not we start working as leaders, as self leaders, upon that conflict should not come up. So a proaction is required, open communication is required, lot of research or to study the control gaps is required. Our flexibility is required, and we need to develop the flexible attitude among the people in the team. One should fairly play, and alliances, that is working together in a group, is also very, very important. Now, as far as we're talking about conflict, it equally is very important is resistance. This is one thing I think everybody will agree with me over here, that there is a lot of resistance at times at workplaces. So, how to remove the resistance is that we need to understand that why the resistance is coming and we need to address it. So, learn to express the understanding, make people aware that you understand their resistance without blaming on causing defensiveness. Similarly, talk it out, discover the issues because of which the resistance is coming. Hold your arguments, not always start speaking, giving, or being the leader or the boss. Start saying. Learn to listen to others also. Let them come up first. When they come up first, they will give you the solution by self blame also. So you will find the problem to that resistance also. Similarly, conflict, resistance, important is to give the recognitions also, individually as team members also, and in leaders also, to the team members also. Recognitions are very, very important motivators, and they work as reward performance, right? So towards the end, which I am moving forward, if I say that by now what we all have understood, uh, we need to develop an effective team. And when I say that we need to develop an effective team, we should learn how to treat others, and there should be certain golden rules. Storytelling has become a very, very fruitful activity. I'll also tell a story over here. Let's see this story. I'll read it out. If between friends and colleagues, suppose we are like geese, okay? So let us each consider ourselves as a geese and see what I want to share. And imagine you see the next season, you just concentrate and see when the geese migrate, that is, they move from cold place to warmer place, right? You just pay attention that how they fly. They fly in a V formation. And you remember in a childhood also, when we used to make mountains and a sun, we used to make V formation, birds flying unconsciously, because that is a V formation power. You will be interested to understand also that why do they fly in this manner. See, by flying in a V formation, the whole flock increases the flight efficiency by 71% in comparison to that one bird flying alone. You see this formation, please. Lesson 1. Sharing the same direction and working as a team get us to the destination quicker and easier. That is, by helping ourselves, we accomplish better goals, the all goals of the organization. And suppose a goose leaves the formation, what happens? You know, he feels the resistance of the air and difficulties of flying alone, because when the geese was flying with all, they all were supporting each other. He was not flocking alone, he was flocking in a V formation, right? And what happens? The moment he feels that heaviness or resistance, immediately he comes back to the formation to take advantage of the flock's power in front of him. Right. Lesson 2. By staying in tune and united beside those who are going in the same direction, the effort will be less. If you are going to think that I'll move out of the team and I'm going to shine as a star, or I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and you leave the team, you will not be able to get the same efficiency and same flocking power. It will be easier and pleasing to reach the goals. Everyone will be inclined to accept you, right? So what happens at times also, we always rely upon the leader will direct, leader will tell what to do, but you have to understand that the leader also gets tired at times of flying. See what these birds do when the leader gets tired. The leader goes to the end of the V formation while another goose take the lead. That is what I have been saying right from the beginning. That do not rely upon that one leader. Don't think that if I'll be the leader, I'll be doing this. Be the leader in yourself. You might be the in charge anywhere, anytime, right? Lesson 3 for all of us: to share the leadership, there must be mutual respect between us all the time. Sharing the hardest problems and tasks, gathering our abilities, and combining our faculties, talents, and resources. See, the leader is flying at the back, and every other geese is being the in charge, taking the lead. Now, see what is happening. This GGG is the quack noise these geese are making. When these geese are flying on a V formation, they quack to encourage to the ones in the front. That is, the back one says, I am there for you. The other one says, I am there for you. And this is how they quack and fly in the geese formation, maintaining the same speed and pace towards the one common goal and objective. Right? Lesson 4. When there is courage and encouragement, the progress is greater. A timely word of encouragement always motivates, helps, and strengthens. It produces the best of benefits. And suppose a geese gets sick, is injured, or gets tired, what happens? And has to leave the formation. It could happen in our group also, in our team also. See what happens. Two of the geese come and make a new formation to support. Other geese leave the formation too, and they fly with him to help him out and protect him. They remain with him until he dies or is able to fly again. They reach their beverage, or they just make another V formation. See, the strength is still there. Now, lesson 5. Let's stay beside each other no matter what the differences are, especially in times of difficulty and great challenges. So, if we bond together and support each other, if we make true the spirit of teamwork, regardless of the difficulties, we can rise and meet our challenges. And that is what is the power of team building. If we are aware of the feelings of sharing, life will be easier and passing of years will be more fulfilling for each one of us. So, my friends and partners, let's be like the geese in this story, because when the birds fly as a team, their speed increases by 30% and needs less efficiency. I conclude by saying that in case, still after this session, if you do not consider yourself as a team player, then you need to create a personal development plan to improve these skills, because working effectively in team is required for success in any field, be it personal or be it professional. Because this is what we have been doing since our childhood, and I love to share these slides. Individual work 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 is just 28. And when I multiply the 4 times 7, it is teamwork, that is 2401. Right. Results of teamwork are always very fruitful and fruit giving, because we brainstorm, we think in the same direction, we work in the same direction. And believe me, as I right from the beginning said, every team member can help. There is nothing that he can only do, she can only do, or the leader can only do. Every team member matters, because because this is how the team work towards the excellence. So let's make excellence our habit and see how far we can go. And I think the sky is the limit. We can go endlessly. Thank you everyone for paying attention and giving time to me today. These are some of our works that we are doing in the direction of giving back to the society and to the students. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.